Caroline from CarolineVencil.com here. I am here today to help you make more money from your blog and business. I got some questions from my members and I figured I would share the answers with you. So let's go. So we're going to talk a little bit about selling mindset. So your story of being a Girl Scout and not being able to sell Girl Scout cookies sounds identical to me. I know that for my blog and business to make more money, I need to sell products and such, but every time I want to hit send, I have a freak out of who would buy this from me, blah, blah, blah. How do I get past this? Okay. So this is a problem for many, many people. And if you guys haven't heard the story, I was a Girl Scout from the time I was in kindergarten through 8th grade. And I couldn't sell Girl Scout cookies. It made me so uncomfortable to sell Girl Scout cookies. The only Girl Scout cookies that I sold every year, I sold 3 of them. One for myself, one for my grandmom, and one for my aunt. That was it. Because the idea of asking for a sale was too much for me. And it was Girl Scout cookies. I could have just literally held up a box and stood there, and people would have just flocked to me like moths to a light. But did I do that? No. And I carry this mindset with me of I can't sell. I can't sell. No one would buy from me. Who would buy from me? I carried that from childhood into adulthood. And now that I have my own business, obviously, selling things has to become second nature. And I will tell you guys exactly how I got there because it took a while. I did not want to make my own products. I was like, I will not make my own products. I will not ask anybody to buy anything from me. When I first started my blog, I was like, add income. That's it. I will not do affiliates. I will not make my own products. I will never ask somebody to buy anything. I will only do this passively. And while I love passive income from ad revenue, love it, easy money, totally here for it. While I do love that, there's a downside to it, which is that ads fluctuate. Ad revenue fluctuates crazy over the year. So going from December into January is an eye-opener every year. December, Q4, the last quarter of the year with all the holidays and all the shopping, is when ad revenue is at its peak. So you could be making 20, 30, 40 dollars per 1,000 page views that you get to your site at that point in time, which is fan-freaking-tastic when it happens. But then the second that January 1st occurs, it's like a light switch goes off where that, let's call it 40 because sometimes it does get all the way up to 40. That $40 RPM, CPM, whichever metric you want to use for your ad revenue, suddenly goes down to $10, $9 maybe. And if you're not on like one of the higher earning ad networks, it's even lower. And so it's a real eye-opener to see just how much things can change without you ever having to do anything. Like you did nothing to have that happen. You're completely out of control when it comes to that. And so even with just those kinds of metrics, it was an eye-opener. But then also the fact that like with any kind of an algorithm change, if you're depending solely on Pinterest for driving all the traffic to your site, and then suddenly Pinterest is like, you know what? Any pin that uses the letter E, we're just not going to show it to anybody. We're just not going to show it to anybody. There, that's our crazy fun idea for the day. We never know what Pinterest is going to do. But if you were depending on Pinterest for all of your traffic, and let's just say you're getting 300,000 page views a month from Pinterest, and they change their algorithm, which they have done multiple times, that 300,000 goes down to 50,000 real fast. And then you're up the creek without a paddle. You're like, what do I do now? So that's why I'm a big fan. That was a real roundabout story of that's why I'm a big fan of not just relying on ad revenue. So I had to see the volatility of ad revenue as the only income source before I was even willing to look at another alternative, before I was ever even willing to even say like, maybe I do need to start selling. So here's what you can do to start selling. I have two suggestions for you. Number one is keep selling. And I mean this, if you are scared of actually creating your own product, start by selling your own content, your free content. Have them sign up for a new freebie. Say, hey, have you seen this freebie? It's been in the vaults and nobody's seen it for a while. I'm offering it to you. Go check it out. It will help you with A, B, C, and D. You're going to love it. It's free. Anything that is easy to promote like that. We're talking like blog posts, podcast episodes, YouTube videos, I started blog posts already. Oops. Any of your opt-ins that people haven't seen in a while, an Instagram post, a Facebook group, whatever it is. Anything that is easy for you to promote, to get out there. And this is your practice of selling. This is your practice to learn how to talk about what you have to offer. Whatever it is that you're promoting, because everything inside of emails, everything inside of our blogs, everything on the online world is selling. Even if you're not selling for like a transaction necessarily, you're selling in the capacity of like, go read my blog post, go watch my YouTube video, go like me on or follow me on Instagram, whatever it is. You're selling you. You're selling your content, your knowledge, your opt-in, your video, your podcast, whatever it is. You're selling all of that stuff. All of it. So that's how you can start to practice talking about things. You have to learn what it is that your audience responds to and what kind of a selling style feels good to you. That's the only way to kind of get past that hump, is to just learn how to promote free things before you can start talking about paid things. And if it helps to start talking about affiliate products, you can start to talk about affiliate products. If it's easier to, and this is kind of step number 2, I guess, if it's easier to talk about an affiliate product than it is to talk about your own product, or you started by talking about affiliate products, but the second that you talk about your own product, you're like, it's good. That's it. I guess you could buy it, or maybe you don't want to. I get it. Like, whatever. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but no pressure. If that happens, because that's happened to me, here's kind of a hack, I guess. And that is, pretend like your best friend made the product. If you are really struggling to talk positively about something that you created, pretend your best friend made it. So one of my best friends is Allison. So Allison, I'm going to use her as an example. I had to write this down because I was like, this is so much fun. So what I do is, if I'm struggling to promote my own product, I will pretend that Allison made it. So I would say something like, I love this course that Allison made. It's super comprehensive and thorough, and she's an expert at saving money and paying off debt. Everybody needs this course. It's going to change your life. Because it's easier for me to talk about something that Allison did than it is for me to talk about something that I created. Now, I have to go to therapy for that one, guys. I know. But it does help. So if you're trying to get past that fear of selling and are kind of in that, who am I to do this? This is a hack that I have done. And if I find myself struggling as to what to say, I will insert Allison's name or Jen's name or Chris's name. I will find one of my friends. I will pick one of my friends who I'm like, I could talk up this person all day, every day. And I'm going to pretend like they made this course, and I'm going to write it as if they made it. And then I'm going to edit out their name. I'm going to say, this course is so fantastic. So instead of saying, I love this course that Allison made, I love this course that I worked so hard to make for you. I learned this over 10 years of trying to figure out how to save money as a big family. It's super comprehensive, and I'm an expert. Instead of she's an expert, I'm an expert at saving money and paying off debt. Everyone needs this course. It's going to change your life. Without feeling slimy or icky or gross or braggy, I'm able to change it from talking about Allison to talking about me. And it is kind of like, it's an exercise. That's all that it really is. I don't recommend that you continue to do this for everything, because we do need to stand firm in the fact that our products change lives. Our freebies change lives. That's the whole thing that we have to remember, is that our stuff, what we've created, is going to change people's lives. It's going to help our perfect person. It's there. It's the content that they need, that they've been looking for a long, long time. It's right here. You have it. You have to get it to them. And so while you're working on your self-esteem and your confidence in selling, do those two things. Practice on free things, practice on free content, practice on affiliates. And if you're still struggling to talk about your content, pretend that your best friend wrote it, because you can't say something mean about your best friend. So that's what I do. And then, yeah, just remember, your product is helpful. What you have to offer is helpful. Your knowledge is helpful. It's going to change lives. Breathe in, breathe out, and then write your stuff. If you find yourself second guessing your content or doing the back and forth of like, oh, I guess you could buy this if you want to, but like no pressure, that's a sign for you to take a break, go for a walk. I don't care if it's down to the kitchen. I don't care where you take a walk. Take a break from your computer and then come back to it. Because honestly, we need to get rid of that negativity and remember to come back at it with fresh eyes. So that would be what I would do to get better at working on your selling language and the kind of vibe that you want to have. All right, I hope that helped you so much. And if you liked this video, make sure that you like it. Ask your questions in the comments. Let me know what you think. Make sure that you subscribe for more information and blog-related topics to help you make more money from your blog and from your online business. All right, guys, take care. See you next time. Bye.